Hello, I'm here at EGX 2014 for Dying Light, which is by Techland and published by Warner Brothers. I'm here with
Maciej Binkowski. I'm lead game designer of Dying Light.
Okay. So a big focus of Dying Light is free running. How does that mix in with the combat?
Oh, that's an excellent question. You see, we really want to have absolutely visceral melee combat, but this time around we want this game to be action survival. So combat is there, and you can really feel every single hit, but it's only an option. So many times, one thing is that many times it's actually better to run away than fight, but then you can also use your parkour or free running skills to really enhance your combat. You can go around your enemies, jump from above, use the enemies themselves. So it all mixes together.
And also, I know that you made Dead Island, of course, and you've brought back the crafting system. Has that changed, and if so, how does that work now?
The basic idea for crafting is pretty much the same. So you gather crafting materials and you find recipes, you put them together and you create something awesome. The thing that we changed is, especially with the free running mechanics and having this really awesome flow of moving through the environment, we found that coming back to the workbench really breaks the game kind of like you have to leave whatever you were doing and go back, and it's not really fun. So we streamlined crafting in a way that the moment you find stuff, you get to build it.
Okay. And I've also played the demo that we have here, and there are a few odd weapons, shall we say?
Yeah.
What's your favorite of them all?
Right now, definitely the electric axe. Actually, the two-handed axe as well. Even without the crafting, if you aim just right, you can split a guy in half, and then if you unlock some abilities in the power proficiency, you can do like a 360 attack. So that's absolutely my favorite.
Another thing you changed since Dead Island is that you have a day-night cycle now, which I think there was in Dead Island, but it wasn't.
We wanted to have it in Dead Island. We kind of had it. I mean, it wasn't in the main game. We had a DLC named Rider White, and missions would take place at night, but it wasn't dynamic. It was just a tiny bit of that. And with this game, it's not only that we have it time flows constantly, and the sun goes down and comes back, and so on and so on. But it's not just visuals. We change gameplay from day to night.
Yeah. So you said previously to other people that at night the zombies become faster and a bit more violent, but has anything else changed? Do any new types of zombies come out?
Yeah, absolutely. So even the basic one, the biters, they go nuts, and then but on top of that, we bring the nighttime creatures, the volatile, and they are the night hunters. So, and what I mean by that is they're better at stuff than you. Like, they can climb better than you. They can leap between buildings like huge distances. So when you see them, you don't really fight them. You see one, you go away, you run away. And the worst part is they actually work as a pack. So once one sees you, he's gonna call the other guys. So you really gotta be careful.
So the zombies actually free run as well. They can do the free running part as well.
I would call them infected.
Oh, infected.
Because like the most sloppy ones, infected, that we call biters, they can't really run and climb. They maybe be able to get on top of like a hood of a car in a really sloppy manner. But there are types like virals or volatile that they can really mess you up.
You revealed the grappling hook quite recently at Gamescom.
What do you think about it?
I think it's actually a really cool idea.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Does that have any other use apart from traversing the environment? Can you grapple zombies towards you, or infected towards you, sorry?
I don't want to reveal too much, but if you were looking closely at all the video game material that we released, there is a point in it where, yeah, you can grab a guy with that thing and pull him off the roof.
That's cool. You also revealed 4-player co-op. will playing co-op bring anything to the table? Will it change anything in the game that playing alone wouldn't quite have?
Well, it's I use that reference a lot, but I'm gonna do it again. It's like with drinking beer, you can drink it yourself and it's awesome. You do the same thing with friends, it's just so much better. But aside from that, and this is something that we just do at the office. We would sit and play the game, and that happens every single time that friends play together. Like, people dare each other to do something, or they brag that I can do something, like, hey, you want to race, or and get there faster than you. So actually, the game, even though you're playing in co-op, the game will offer you competitive challenges at certain points, where they would say whoever gets to the exit first, or who can kill more zombies, stuff like that.
Okay. You've also announced that the game will have some sort of form of asymmetrical multiplayer. Is there anything you can tell us about that?
Oh yeah. That's something I'm really looking forward to. It's asymmetrical, so it's one guy against up to 4 players. Well, the name of the mode is Beat a Zombie, and that's basically what it is. Well, you get to play as the super infected. You get into other people's games and mess them up. What's really interesting is that it's all very seamless. It's not like a completely separate thing. So people, they just play their own game, do quests, whatever. And every time the night falls, the game is open for invasion, and that's where you can join in. And on the other side, if you play as a zombie, the cool thing is you don't only get to invade random people. We actually check the list of your friends, who's available. So you can go and kill this guy, and then this guy, and then this guy, and there's nothing better than messing up with your friends.
That is actually really cool. In co-op, you've got 4 survivors. I'm assuming they're all different characters in the story.
No, here's a little surprise. There's only one character in the game. His name is Kyle Crane. But the way you develop him, it's all up to you. So, and the way we tell the story is always Kyle Crane's story. And even if we play in co-op, each one of the players is going to experience the story as it's his own. He's always going to see the story from his perspective. Now, depending on how do you decide to develop your character? If you want to be more power focused or agility focused, or mix it up together, we can have different kinds of Kyle Cranes in the game.
Okay. Will there be? Well, there will be other survivors. You've already told everyone that, but are they all going to be friendly?
Absolutely not.
But are there going to be any that, I don't know, you'll hear about through the friendly survivors? I don't know.
Yeah, humans are very interesting in this kind of environment. So certain people might be neutral, but it's a quarantine city, so you might end up fighting for resources. So definitely they might not be hostile, but at the same time they're not going to allow you to take their stuff. So they're going to defend it if you try to take it from them. Then of course you got the guys who really don't care, and they'll kill everything in their path. But there are also some good guys.
Okay. And in May you announced that the game would be delayed. And now you've brought it forward a bit, just a week or so I think it is. What has the extra time allowed you to achieve that you might otherwise have not had your release when you were intending to?
I'm going to use Todd Howard's something that Todd Howard said back on DICE conference some years ago. He said, "Great games are played, not made." And having that extra time basically allows us to play shitload of this game and see what really works. Bring additional playtesters, see what they like, see what works, see what doesn't work. Get everything polished, because even when you already have all pieces of the puzzle on the table, it still takes a lot of trimming to make sure that everything fits nicely and that the whole experience is as smooth as possible.
Okay, so time well spent, I guess.
Absolutely.
And when I was playing the demo, I noticed that when you die, because I'm not good at video games in general,
I can't believe that.
When you die, you respawn in a close location in proximity of where you died. Are they a thing you unlock? Are they part of the story?
Well, this is what you mentioned. It was what's happening in the demo, right?
Yes.
In the game, we actually use a system of shelters. So every time you die, you respawn in the closest shelter. So it's really important for you to scan the environment. It's not like, so let's say you have a quest that takes you all the way to the other side of the map. If you die there and you don't have any shelters on the way, you're gonna have a bad time. So every time you move, you have to check your environment, see if there are any shelters to secure. And not only they will be helpful during the night when you're being chased, you got a place where you can hide, but also if you die, you've got a good point on where you can respawn, close to the action when you die.
Okay, anything else that you want to say or tell us?
Which one should I use? All right, this one. This is a sandbox experience, so there's a lot of emergent gameplay going on. And that means there's a lot of crazy stuff that the way we design the game, it's like, here's a big sandbox, guys, and here are the toys. I can't wait to see you guys get your hands on the game, and I want to see how far you can take it, all right? I want to see all the kind of craziness. I want to see how far you can pull it.
Okay, when can we get the game and on what platforms?
So gaming is coming out on pretty much everything, so it's 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and it's coming out on January 30th, 2015.
Okay, thank you very much. It's very nice talking to you.
Thank you for having me.